to come home and barricade the dog out. So anyway, a quick story of Sydney. But 3 years in, we decided that our pet needed a pet. So we went through the papers and well, we got to have another Australian Kennel dog because they're such great dogs. Because all we had was Sydney as an example. So we ended up purchasing a little girl, and we named her Chelsea, another Australian Sydney. And Chelsea is about 180-degree opposite of Sydney in personality. In fact, within the first year, we were talking, going, this is not what we bargained for. This is not what we had ever intended. Plus, we didn't realize having 2 dogs is not just doubling the dogs. It's like 10 times more work. So we kind of talked about, should we give her up? Should we find somebody for her? And in the end, we decided that she was so quirky that if we gave her up, she was going to bounce from owner to owner, maybe from pound to pound. And I wasn't going to have any of that. So she's still our dog. Now, Sydney's life really changed when Chelsea entered the picture. Sydney's a very obedient dog. Sit, boom. Drop, buck, down. My wife taught him how to crawl. So we can get him down. And my wife's like, he crawls so that if there's a fire, he crawls underneath the smoke and get out of the house. Of course, my son at the time interpreted that as, if we were under fire, somebody was shooting at us, he would be low and he'd be safe. Never quite understood that whole concept. Now, Chelsea never went to obedience school. She never went to agility training. But you tell Sydney, sit, and she'd look up at you and look over at him. Oh, you sit. Tell Sydney to drive. She'd look up at you, look over at him. She mimics him on everything because she's totally focused on it. She doesn't watch me. She watches him. So you want her to come to you, you call him. That's the way it works. But what's interesting is when you take her for a walk and she's on a leash, she always wants to put a little bit of tension on it. Give her a little jerk, she pulls it back, and she's fine. Take the leash off of her, like Velcro, right there. Never could figure that out. You go on a hike in the forest, Sydney goes wanders off and knows where he's at. He'll figure his way back. She goes, and she's always focused on him. She follows him around. But when she turns around and Mom and Dad aren't there, she's like, whoops! Back down the trail. Where are you guys? Oh, okay. I'll wait here. Come on, catch up. And then off to fight Sydney. These are my dogs. I love them to death. And the reason I wanted to tell this story is so that you guys get to know me and my dogs. And I wanted to talk about this tonight because in the last couple of weeks, we have found out that we don't think we're going to go through the holidays this year with our 2 loved dogs. Chelsea has been diagnosed at 10 years old with leukemia. And we now feed her as much food as she can possibly eat. And she's just disappearing in front of our eyes. I mean, she is skin and bones. She was a 48-pound dog. She's probably 36, 37 pounds right now. Sydney, who's 13 and a half, is very rapidly losing the ability to use his back legs. So he is carried upstairs and downstairs. He goes swimming every Wednesday. I take him swimming because it's the only exercise he can get. But he drags himself out of the pool, out of the ramp. And it's really sad. It's funny at times because of the positions he gets himself in. But it's sad. So that's why I wanted to tell the story tonight. It's because they may not be around. And I forgot to do this. I get wrapped up in this story. You've seen these photos from before. That is Sydney when he was about 10 weeks old. This is Sydney and Chelsea in better days. Thank you.